I think it's night and day. Studying something from a book and reading it in a book, you are actually learning about somebody else's experience. And going to someone else's country, you are actually talking about your lived experience, what you experience as an individual, instead of reading about cultural diversity. You're understanding by being in another person's country about what cultural diversity is, for example, social determinants of health. You might read that in a book, but when you go over there, you quickly learn why social determinants of health impacts health as a whole, because you actually have that lived experience instead of reading it from a book. Well, I think when I came back from Haiti, the first study abroad program, I started really reflecting on what I'd learned and how it changed me as an individual. I learned so much about myself and the different culture, and started looking at their way of doing things, their cultural immersion experience. And I started thinking about what I can do to change and to help improve on some of the knowledge, and sharing some of the knowledge and experiences that I had with my colleagues. And when I decided to do that, I decided to enroll here in Clayton State University in the nursing education program. And as a result of studying abroad, that's one of the reasons why I enrolled, because I thought that's the way that I can be an asset to the nursing program by becoming a nursing educator. Well, the first time I went to Haiti was right after the 2010 earthquake, and I remember just sitting there and wishing that I was there, trying to have some part in helping what was going on in that country. So when the opportunity presented itself to study abroad here at Clayton State University in the nursing program, I jumped at the opportunity because that's something I always wanted to do. And when I went over there, my views and my opinions about what I thought Haiti was, about what I was seeing on television, quickly changed, because just talking to the people, interacting with the patients, interacting with the doctors and nurses, it just totally changed. And I learned so much about myself. I'm much more culturally sensitive about other people's culture, and much more accepting. I'm always looking for ways such as this to speak to other students out there who are thinking about going out to do study abroad programs, just do it. Go out there and experience someone else's culture, and you'll see that you'll come back a totally different person. It would change your views and your perceptions about life in general, and you would learn so much about yourself. You also learn that there are much more important things in life. What you thought was important it's really not important anymore, and your views just change. You would have an experience, and you would do exactly what I'm doing now. You would come up and you would try to talk to people about it, because that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm trying to get other students much more aware of the cultural diversity experience and how different it is, and how it would change your views about life in general. I think what made it worthwhile was just interacting with my nursing colleagues and the doctors at different facilities. I quickly learned that what I knew here in the United States, my experience here in the United States, was totally different in other countries. And just interacting with my nursing colleagues and teaching them about different ways of doing things, different ways of implementing protocols, nursing protocols, about taking care of the patient, learning from the nurses. It was a different experience, just learning their way of doing things and being more appreciative of what their experiences and what they go through as nurses and doctors over there, especially when you don't have access to supplies. For instance, I quickly learned that how important it was to have access to certain supplies that you needed to take care of your patients. And when I went over there, they were just working with the bare minimum, and they were contented. And I understood from their point of view what it really meant to be a nurse and take care of patients from their perspective.